Hello guys, I'm Kurt, and welcome to Let's Play Sonic the Hedgehog, the first one. Now, if you've ever seen any of my posts elsewhere online, you'll probably know that I said I was never going to do a Let's Play of this game. And the reason for that is that I just can never really get into Sonic 1. Green Hill Zone is pretty fun, but after that, all the other zones are just kind of boring, to be honest. Just could never get into them. And so I just really had no intention of ever doing a Let's Play of Sonic 1. I was gonna do Sonic 2 and Sonic 3, possibly Sonic CD. But I never had any intentions of doing Sonic 1. But, that kind of changed when the mobile ports actually got ported to PC. Because, it's a fan-made port, by the way, but they got ported to PC, and I can actually get around doing a Let's Play of the mobile port. But it's because the mobile port adds widescreen, which usually you might think, since I'm a purist, I might say, oh, widescreen for these games? That's terrible. But it works better for these games because it gives you more time to see the enemies that are approaching. And also, we get the addition of the spin dash in this, which you'll see me using. In the original Sonic 1, when you spin dash, you can't spin dash. So if you need to spin really fast into a wall or something to break through it, you need to back up a little bit, run towards it, and curl up into a ball really fast, which can get really annoying. And I mean, I can't fault the game that much, because of course the spin dash hadn't been invented yet. This was the first game in the series, but yeah. Honestly, this is the weakest of the trilogy of the classic games. Not counting Sonic CD, because Sonic CD would obviously not make it a trilogy. But the mobile port is a huge improvement to the game, since it has the spin dash now. Now, I actually recorded this gameplay prior to doing the commentary, because I'm terrible at this game. But so I decided I would record the gameplay first and then record my commentary over it later. So that's what you're seeing right now, right here. And you'll see how terrible I do at this game. Green Hill Zone, I don't really have any issues with. I think it's a great zone. The rest of the game is mostly what I have a problem with, and you'll be seeing that soon enough. But this, the mobile port, it allows you to play as Sonic, just like in the original. You also have the option of playing as Tails and Knuckles, who weren't in the original game, but they got added to the mobile port. Oh, that right there. Awkward enemy placement. I might actually take... No, I'm not taking it back. Green Hill is great, but that enemy placement is frickin' terrible. And you can also play as Sonic and Tails, like Sonic with Tails selling them, but I played as just Sonic because I wanted to make it similar to the original. But I do have the spin dash enabled, because why wouldn't you have the spin dash enabled? It improves this game a lot. I have few issues with Green Hill Zone. I think it holds up really well, but I don't think the game as a whole holds up all that well. And we'll see why in a bit. Losing rings all the time. I don't... really know what to say here. What am I supposed to say? I don't know. I keep trying to get these 1-ups, but I can never seem to reach them. You might be able to tell, you might probably be able to tell I don't really play Sonic 1 that often, judging by how terrible I'm doing just in Green Hill Zone. Coming over here. I just love how how many different paths you can take through Green Hill Zone as well. And I wish there were more of that throughout the game. They did improve on that in the sequels, but we'll talk about the sequels later, because I will be Let's Playing the other classic games in the series. Okay, now this is something I don't like that they did in the mobile port. In the original version of the game, you could actually hit Robotnik before he starts getting the swinging ball and chain out, but, and this you can't. You can't hit him until he does that, which makes it a little harder to hit him. But also the boss fight is actually a little bit easier anyway in the mobile version, because they have the things spaced out more, so that there's more space to avoid the swinging ball. The boss fights aren't really that hard, but there's nothing really wrong with them. They're probably the best thing about the game, except for the final boss, of course, which we'll see at the end of the game. Each zone has this capsule you have to break open at the end to rescue some animals that are trapped in it. Okay. Now the good part of the game is over. Now on to boring Marble Zone. I do not like Marble Zone. The game never really picks back up to the degree of Green Hill Zone. It's far from the only good level in the game, but it's... like, the Green Hill Zone is not the only good level in the game, but it's the only great level in the game, in my opinion. The way these Sonic games work, in case you guys don't know how Sonic games work, and I don't know why you wouldn't. When you get hit by an enemy, you lose rings. If you don't have any rings and you get hit by an enemy, you die. Now, so you want to be constantly collecting rings, because when you get hit by an enemy, your rings scatter, and you can recover at least a few of them, so that you won't, like, die the next time you get hit. This zone is just so slow, though. There's nothing speedy about it. I mean, I like platform games, and Sonic definitely qualifies as a platform game, but this is the wrong way to make a slow platform stage. I don't even like it when they have this kind of thing in Mario games, or anything like that. But, as I was going to say earlier, if there had only ever been one Sonic game, like if they had never made sequels, people would look back on this game and say, yeah, that was kind of good back then, but it hasn't aged well. There were like only 3 good zones in the game, and only one of the zones was really that memorable. Well, I won't say the only memorable zone, but the only zone memorable in a good way, should I say, is Green Hill Zone. But yeah, I don't think people would look at Sonic as fondly if this had been the only Sonic game. I think it was the sequels that actually helped push Sonic popularity. Of course, this game sold really, really well. It actually did well enough to become the pack-in game for the Sega Genesis. The original version, of course, not the mobile port, because the mobile port is from 2013. But, what was I saying? It did well enough to become the pack-in game, so of course it became popular, so they thought, we'll make sequels of this. But if they hadn't made sequels, I doubt this game would have stayed that popular, because Sonic 1 isn't that good. It's really not. It's pretty much just an okay game. If you're going to play it, play the mobile port. It's available on PC now. Of course, it was the fans who ported the mobile port to PC. So even if you don't like touchscreen controls, you can do this. But if you're going to play Sonic 1, and even Sonic 2 for that matter, play the mobile port. But especially Sonic 1, play the mobile port, because you get the spin dash, which actually does make quite a bit of difference. I will never, ever, ever, ever play the original version of Sonic 1 again. Ever. Not that I actually play Sonic 1 that often anyway, but... Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about spikes later. Lava. You also have these monitors, I think you noticed, they are monitors that give you shields. Basically, you can take one hit without losing rings if you have a shield. But that's only if you don't fall in a bottomless pit. If you fall into a bottomless pit, it is an instant death. Okay, that spring there, did you see that? So I'll be thinking to myself, oh, I'm just gonna spin dash into those caterpillars right there. I won't have to jump on them. I spin dash, and there's a spring there that pushes me back, and I land in the lava. I hate, jerkish level designs like that. It's just mean. And those kinds of things are in all three of the classic Sonic games, and I think maybe even in CD, even though I've played CD less than I've played Sonic 1, but I like CD better than Sonic 1. But Sonic 1 has the most jerkish level designs ever. And now I have to wait for the block to go all the way back, because I missed the jump the first time. I wouldn't have been able to get the 1-up without the jump, though, so I guess I should be grateful. But if you miss the jump, you have to get on this block, float all the way back across the lava, push this block down again, and then go back across again. It's really annoying. I really don't like it. Because you have to time the jump just right when the lava, like, shoots you up, or you will not make it up to there on that ledge. And I do make it this time, but there have been times where it's taken me quite a few tries to get up there. And it's always annoying. I will say consistently, this is usually where my runs end, because I'm like, ah, this is boring. No more Green Hill Zone. Yeah, all the zones after Green Hill Zone, they're either just super unmemorable, or they're just outright infamous. I do like some of these little secret areas that they have in here, though, where you can collect extra monitors. And it's kind of cool to break through those, get lots of points and stuff. All the music in the game is good, I will say that. It's a Sonic game, so what do you expect? The soundtrack is great. I don't know if people agree with me or not, but I think Sonic games have better music than Mario games, or at least classic Sonic games have better music than Mario games. Okay, this is an invincibility monitor. You have temporary invincibility, and with that, I'm just gonna rush through the zones. Okay, this thing. No matter how early or late you get there, that thing is timed so that it won't fall until you get there, meaning that you have to wait for it every single time. You're forced to wait for it every single time. Okay, now I haven't explained the special stages yet. There's 6 Chaos Emeralds in this game. There are 7 Chaos Emeralds in all the sequels. But there are 6 in the first game, and the way you get them is you have to carry 50 or more rings to the end of the stage. And then don't miss jumping into the giant ring at the end. And this only happens at the end of stage with the signpost, and it doesn't work in Scrap Brain for some reason. And you have to play through these pretty difficult special stages to get the Chaos Emeralds, and I was going to try to get at least one of them, but spoiler alert, I don't get a single Chaos Emerald in this run, which is okay, because I usually don't get the Chaos Emeralds anyway because they are pointless. And all the sequels, if you get the Chaos Emeralds, you actually are able to turn into Supersonic, but, Supersonic isn't in Sonic 1. And there actually is an option in the mobile port to have Supersonic. You can toggle that in the options to the mobile port, but I chose not to use it. Because first of all, I'm probably not going to get the Chaos Emeralds in this anyway, because they're super hard to get. Second of all, it doesn't really make any sense at all to me that Supersonic is in this, since there's only 6 Chaos Emeralds, because my theory was always Supersonic, you couldn't be Supersonic in the first game, because he only got 6 of the 7 Chaos Emeralds. There's no way to get the 7th one, and since you need all 7 to become Supersonic, since he didn't even know there was a 7th one in the first game, that's why he, couldn't be Supersonic. So it doesn't make any sense anymore that you can be Supersonic, in the mobile port. And I mean, I can understand. I'm not against them having the option to be Supersonic in this one, because, a lot of people like being Supersonic. But personally, it just doesn't make any sense to me at all in the first game, since there's only 6 Chaos Emeralds. That's a little shortcut there. You can go through that, wall there, and it skips a big portion of the level, but it's the only shortcut in the entire Marble Zone, which is a shame. And with some of these zones, good luck getting 50 rings all the way to the end, because the hazards are pretty mean. Ugh, spikes. Spikes are your worst enemy in the original version of this game. In this version, somewhat, and the mobile version, but in the original version, the spikes are your worst enemy in the entire game. Oh yeah, if you land down there, it's basically backtracking. You gotta climb all the way back up again, which is really annoying. But I'll explain about the spikes once we get to another, like, the worst zone in the game, in my opinion. This is so slow. Do you see how boring this is? Even if you watch speedruns of Marble Zone, just Act 1 that is, they use clipping through wall glitches in Act 2 and 3 and speedruns, but speedruns of Marble Zone Act 1, they don't look like speedruns at all. So now Robotnik will shoot fire, and you have to, like, hit his ship to, like, damage it. And dodge the fire that he's shooting. It's not a hard fight at all. But it's still pretty fun. Once again, boss fights, probably the best thing about Sonic 1. Alright. This has a lot of early installment weirdness. The original, of course, has no spin dash, even though you're seeing it in here because this is the mobile port. And also, each zone has 3 acts, which is, you won't really see in any of the other games, with one small exception in Sonic 2. One of the zones has 3 acts, but there's actually a reason for that I will explain once I do my Let's Play of Sonic 2. And my Let's Play of Sonic 2, I actually will be playing the game while doing the commentary. I won't be recording the gameplay footage prior to the commentary. Because I am better at that game. I have played that one more often. It was my favorite Sonic game for a while, even though I think, Sonic 3 has become my favorite since then. Spring Yard is a good zone. It's not a great zone, but it's a good zone. My only problem is, once again, there's a lot of waiting portions in it. A lot of really unnecessary waiting portions. And there's the stupid Sonic robot imitation that will chase after you and try to hurt you. But this brings back a lot of sweet. See that thing? And usually it hits me. I don't think it hit me at all when I was playing my gameplay for Spring Yard, but once again, I don't remember. A little bit of a lag there. I don't know if that's part of the recording or not, but you could see a little bit of lag there. But yeah, if you want to get into classic Sonic, play Sonic 3 first, is my opinion. Or even play Sonic 2 first, if you can't get a hold of Sonic 3. But don't start with Sonic 1. You will get the wrong impression of why people love the Sonic games. I stand by the reason that people loved Sonic 1 was because of Green Hill Zone. It's not the only good zone in the game, but it's the only great zone in the game. Once again, like I said earlier. Oh, for those of you wondering about my Harvest Moon Let's Play, that's not canceled. I'm still working on it. It's just on hiatus for a little while because I just wanted to do a few other things because it is a pretty long game. Like, this gameplay of Sonic 1 took me an hour and a half to get through. Not that long. It felt longer, though, because it can get pretty frustrating at times. Harvest Moon, it takes hours and hours and hours to complete. So I thought I'd play something else for a change. Do the Sonic the Hedgehog games. Oh, stupid crabs. And these things, I don't think you can land on their heads because they have spikes on their heads, so you pretty much just got to avoid them. And you can spin dash them in the mobile port, but you don't want to do it because you're right next to these pits with spike balls in them. So it's like they force you to wait for them to move so you can, like, jump between them and everything. Yeah, a lot of people, despite Sega wanting to make a game where you go fast for a lot of it, people have ironically said, Sonic 1 is unspeedrunnable. Isn't that funny? And I am inclined to agree, even though I've never speedrun it, but other than Green Hill Zone, it's just... ugh. Oh yeah, you can actually get stuck down there, and I'm not even gonna bother going down there. You can see that I don't. You can actually get stuck down there with a spring and a bumper. I love the concept of Spring Yard, don't get me wrong, it's just that they really could have made it a lot better. Ugh, and I keep falling where these spike balls are. See what I mean? Good luck actually bringing 50 rings to the end of a stage so that you can actually get the Chaos Emeralds. There's really no point to getting them, though. There's no Super Sonic in Sonic 1, unless you have the option set in the mobile port, which, if you take my advice, you are playing the mobile port, but it doesn't make sense that Super Sonic would exist when there's only 6 Chaos Emeralds anyway, but... yeah, I'll be near the end of an act, and I'll be like, oh cool, now we can go on to the next... no, and I'm like, oh wait, I forgot. There's 3 acts in each zone in Sonic 1. Like, how is this supposed to be fun? Bounce, bounce, bounce. When I'm trying to get the shield monitor. Just gets so annoying. Oh, that's... I actually panicked a little bit there because I thought I was going to get crushed. But luckily, if you duck there, you won't get crushed. By the way, they found a prototype of Sonic 1 a few weeks ago on, New Year's Eve, I believe. There's a video of it, and I think you can even download that prototype and test it out if you want. It's the first time anybody's found a prototype of Sonic 1. But, once again, I'm not much of a Sonic 1 fan, so I'm not really going to be talking about Sonic 1 fun facts all that much, because I don't even know all that much about Sonic 1, because I rarely ever play it. People say maybe I could get more appreciation for Sonic 1 if I played it more often, and I'm just like, eh. Why would I want to play it? It's just okay. Just be happy that I'm doing a Let's Play of it at all, because if the mobile ports had ever been put on PC, you would not be watching this right now. I just would have gone straight to Sonic 2. So I'm gonna do Sonic 1, but I'm gonna do the bare minimum when it comes to doing a Let's Play of it. I'm not even going to play the game while I'm doing the commentary. They really have too many waiting parts in Spring Yard. And in this game, and they kind of fix this in the sequels, but in the first Sonic game, they don't have checkpoints that often, so I'll get really far into a level, and I'll be like, oh, surely, and then I'll die, and I'll be like, surely I hit, like, the one checkpoint that's in this level, and be like, no, it's right back at the beginning of the level, having to do all that again. And you can understand my frustration. Especially in the next zone, because if you know what the next zone is, if you played this game, you know what the next zone is. And you know I absolutely hate it. I thought maybe there was something in here that will tell you how often I played this game that I don't even know where things are, but no, there's nothing in there. Oh yeah! I didn't want to go on those platforms, because I'm like, those are boring, I'll take the lower path. There was no lower path there, it's just a bottomless pit. And I'm like, why did they put that there? How am I supposed to know that that was there? There were no bottomless pits in the entire rest of the level. There was always, like, an alternate route to taking, like, those slow-moving platform things. So I'm like, I'm just gonna not take them this time. No. It's a bottomless pit. It's infuriating. Oh yeah, I got some speed shoes. It's this kind of game design that really drives me nuts. I kind of wish for the mobile port, they had just kind of reworked the entire game. Fix a lot of level design, but Sega probably gave Christian Whitehead, certain rules that he had to stick mostly to the same game, so I can kind of understand why it's still mostly the same game, just with a few little improvements. This is an interesting boss here. Because he's actually destroying the floor, so you have to defeat him before Robotnik destroys the floor all the way. And I thought I was gonna fall in the thing there, but luckily I didn't. And it can get kind of tricky here. This is probably one of the most challenging boss fights in the game. It's still not all that challenging, but it's interesting nonetheless. And the spin dash really helps make this fight easier than it originally was. Come on, Robotnik. There we go. Now we can go on. Once again, an okay zone, but not anywhere near as great as Green Hill. Keep getting it confused with Emerald Hill. Emerald Hill is in Sonic 2. Okay, Labyrinth Zone. I hate Labyrinth Zone. This is my least favorite zone in the classic Sonic games. It is terrible. And if you've played Sonic 1, you probably agree with me. Most of it is underwater, and you walk slower underwater, and every few seconds you have to stop to get an air bubble so that you can breathe underwater. Or try to get to the surface fast enough and stay... It's so annoying. The music's still good, but there's an air bubble. And if you're about to drown, it plays this really scary music. If you've played this, you know what I'm talking about. And you will hear it in this Let's Play. Because I did get the music playing that plays when you're about to drown. Oh yeah, spikes. Okay, now did you see that? Now, if you haven't noticed, when you hit an enemy or anything that hurts you in these games, they give you a few invincibility frames so you have time to recover rings or get away from whatever hazard you just hit. But there's a bug in the original version of Sonic 1 where for some reason spikes do not grant you invincibility frames that all the other enemies do in the game. So, if I had been playing the original version of this game, like the original Sega Genesis version, when you saw me land on the spikes right there, that would have been a death right there. An instant death. Because since spikes don't grant you invincibility frames in the original, if you land on a bed of spikes and bounce off of it and back onto the spikes since you didn't have invincibility frames, it's an instant death because you don't have time to recover your rings. And you saw it. I kind of bounced back onto the spikes. Which is really, really annoying. And I'm really glad that bug was fixed in the mobile port. Because that is the kind of thing that should be fixed. It doesn't make Labyrinth Zone better. Well, I guess it makes it slightly better, but it's still not going to make me like Labyrinth Zone. But yeah, the spikes. There is an option in the toggles in the options menu for the spikes that you can actually have it still do the spike glitch. But why would you want to re-enable that? Why would you want the spikes to behave the way they do in the original Sonic 1? I mean, if you're a purist, then maybe, but if you're a purist, then you probably wouldn't be playing the mobile port anyway. But yeah, you have to stop every few seconds to get an air bubble. Because if you don't, you will drown. These stupid spears that come out. Okay, the water's lowering, so... that allows me to go up for air every few seconds there. And then float on this cork while the water flows up. And these stupid things that pop out of the ground, half the time you don't see them coming. These Orbinauts that throw spike balls at you. Trying to dodge that thing so much that I end up falling. This level is just terrible. It is the worst of the classic Sonic levels. So I climb up this way instead, because I'm like, this is going to be easier. And it was, because I ended up there. I still ended up losing my rings, though, which is really annoying. And there's enemies popping out to get me every 2 seconds. Yeah, good luck getting, 50 rings in these stages. I don't know how anybody ever gets all the Chaos Emeralds in this game. Oh yeah, and by the way, that was only Act 1. Yeah. It felt like 3 acts. That's how bad this zone is. I don't hate the music in the zone, it's actually good, but at the same time, hearing this music kind of disgusts me because this zone is so terrible. I really don't like Labyrinth Zone. Waiting for that platform to go up so I don't get crushed by those stupid spikes. And sometimes the air bubbles refuse to appear, leaving you helpless. Invincibility does not protect you from drowning, unfortunately. And then as soon as I lose it, it hits me the second. They need to give you a few frames of invincibility once the music ends, in my opinion. But yeah, Labyrinth Zone is terrible. I mean, look at this. Like, I know I'm not saying much these last few seconds, but... oh, yeah. There's a button hidden under this monitor here that you have to press. And then you can go through the door. And the spin dash actually really helps there. Alright. I like how you can duck to avoid his spikes there. It actually makes him not that hard. But other ones, they're really hard to avoid. Okay. Is this the end of Act 2? Oh yeah, and somehow I managed to get a full 72 rings to the end of Act 2, which is not very common. So I go ahead and try a special stage again. And spoiler alert, I don't make it because I don't actually get a single one of the Chaos Emeralds in this, which does not happen very often. I usually get at least one of them, but not this time. It's understandable though, because these special stages are pretty tricky. Ugh. Come on. And I'm like, no, not that way. And I'm like, ooh, maybe I'm gonna get one this time. Ooh, ooh, no! That's what I was actually thinking while I was playing this. Yeah. So annoying. And then we still have to do Labyrinth Act 3. Ugh. Labyrinth Zone. It's just so annoying. Wait for an air bubble again. And then wait for another air bubble. Oh, there was the music starting. You'll hear it in full later, because I actually do drown later in the game. But yeah, this kind of level, it isn't good even when it's not in a Sonic game. I know Sonic isn't just about going fast. Oh, there's the music. I'm like, no, I need the bubble! I need the bubble! Ah, and then I almost get it, but then I drown there. See how annoying it is? And guess what? It's back to the beginning, because there's no checkpoint between that part and the beginning of the level. Ugh. Luckily, that wasn't really that far into the level, but it's still really freaking annoying. Yeah, I'm sorry if you like Labyrinth Zone, if you're one of those people that like Labyrinth Zone, but you're wrong. Let me be blunt, you're wrong if you like Labyrinth Zone. I decided to go a different route this time, because I keep hoping, hey, maybe this will be easier if I go this way. And I don't know if this is the easier way or not. Because once again, I don't know much about this game. Watch this. Sonic's gonna get just as impatient as oh wait, that's not the area yet. There's a part where he starts doing his impatient animation, and I'm like, yeah, my thoughts exactly, Sonic. That's another part where if you land and you're playing the original, those spikes right there, if you land and you're playing the original, instant death. I'm like, why didn't I see the switch here earlier? Was that just literally not there earlier, or am I just stupid? I don't know. Grab a bubble. Oh yeah, you can still drown even if you're Super Sonic as well, so... yeah. Don't think I'll enable Super Sonic and just get all the Chaos Emeralds. I don't even know if you can get all the Chaos Emeralds before Labyrinth Zone. No, you can't, so, yeah. But even if you could, Super Sonic doesn't protect you from drowning. Which, once again, is pretty stupid. Every time that music starts up, I just start panicking. That reverses the platforms. And I think this is where Sonic does his impatient animation. Yep, there we go. My thoughts exactly, Sonic. You do not want to miss checkpoints in this. Now we're coming up on the boss here, and you don't actually even have to fight him. And I'll show you why. You can defeat him, but it's not required to fight him. And I don't know why I bothered getting the shield when I already have one. You'll have the water rising, you'll have these things shooting at you, and spears poking out at you. Kind of an interesting boss, because you never have to fight him. You just have to get to the top. It's a little bit lame, but at least it's different from the other bosses in the game. And I got 0 rings. Alright. Starlight Zone. This is probably my second favorite zone in the game after Green Hill. I even really like the music. It's probably my second favorite track in the game. But, once again, it's just an okay zone. Once again, there's a lot of this waiting stuff. A lot of it. I don't know what else to say, so I'm just humming along with the music. I'm like, yeah, that crushed me for some reason. Because the hitbox on crushing things is really dumb in this. And they didn't fix it in the mobile port. And it's back to the beginning of the zone, because there was no checkpoint. Which is pretty stupid. This time I take a different route. I go up here. What's cool is they actually added some unique routes in this that weren't in the original game, that only Tails and Knuckles can access. Routes that did not exist in the original game at all. If you were to use like debug mode and like travel those areas, they wouldn't have those areas. So I think it's kind of cool. But if you're playing as Sonic, it's just the standard game. I love how the spin dash is in this one. You'll see here, there's another signpost down there. That's the alternate route that Tails can take, that Sonic can't. In the original, there's just the one signpost. I think this is the last special stage I actually do in the game. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it is. Because there are none in Scrap Brain Zone. You can't actually get to them playing through Scrap Brain Zone. For some reason. I don't know why. And I don't think I get any more in Starlight Zone, but we'll have to see. Maybe I do get one more, I don't know. Trying so hard just to get at least one Chaos Emerald. But spoiler alert, doesn't happen. See? Maybe if I had those things memorized better I could, but eh. Whatever. Basically, this is Sega's response to Super Mario Brothers. They wanted to create a game that would rival Super Mario Brothers, so they created this, and that's why it's kind of a simple game. And I will give it credit where credit's due. It doesn't repeat the same zone a lot of times like Super Mario Brothers does. Whereas a whole bunch of overworld zones, a whole levels, a whole bunch of underground levels, a whole bunch of water levels. But I don't really know if I would call it a better game than Mario. No, that was the last special stage. I was right. Okay. I don't know if I'd really call it a better game than Mario, though. That's the thing. Who knows? Sonic 2 and Sonic 3, though, those were actually pretty good. And that's because at that point they had the formula down. They knew... They took basically the best of Sonic 1. And... they put the best of it... They expanded on the best of Sonic 1 when they made the sequels, is what I think. What else can I say about this? Are we nearing the boss? I don't know. Trying to get those rings, but I don't think you can get past that fan. And the stupid Orbinaut here. So eventually I just give up. And I think this is the boss here. Yep. I just love how creative they got with some of these bosses. Sorry I'm not talking, I'm just kinda entertained by this boss here. Don't know why I had to stand right under that. I really wish there were health bars to the bosses in this game. So I could know how many more hits they have to take. But alas, there are not. There aren't in any of the classic Sonic games health bars to the bosses. Alright. Now on to Scrap Brain Zone. I actually really like the music here, too. It sounds great for a final... It's a final regular Zone game. Okay, that is really mean right there, that they put those pits right there. You're like, oh cool, I got across it. Oh wait, there's another one. So this time, I take it slowly. I go across, and I wait, and then, oh, I fall into the exact same one. See how mean this game is? But I guess this is supposed to be Robotnik's secret base or something that we're infiltrating. Ugh. The spin dash really helps in some of these areas. I get a shield and then I lose it right away. Frickin' stupid. These peanut butter and jelly sandwiches that keep flipping around. And they're really hard to stay on top of. And I'm like, oh man. And I gotta pull the switch again and get zapped by the electricity. Jump on the peanut butter and jelly sandwiches again. And then it goes away again. I'm like, oh, jump back on it again. And then, oh yeah, finally I get on top of the peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I don't like Scrap Brain, really, at all. Jump on more peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and more of them. These little teddy bears that throw bombs at you, or are they supposed to be pigs? They look like teddy bears, but they also kind of look like pigs. Yeah, it's a pig. And then finally, end of Act 1. Okay. Then on to Act 2. Okay, these things. I don't know what they were thinking. Because you're required to get on these things to get to the next area. But the problem is the physics of them are so screwy that it's just... ugh. And then half the time you miss that platform. Now, if I were playing as Tails, this part wouldn't be hard at all. I could just fly. But think a minute. You couldn't play as Tails in the original version of the game because he hadn't been invented yet. So why program that kind of thing into the game? It's not like they were thinking, oh, players will want to play as Tails so they could get past the part. No, because Tails hadn't been invented yet. And those saw blades are annoying too. Oh, this is where I died, I think. Yup. Ugh. And I don't think there was a checkpoint, so I'm back at the beginning. Yup. Back at the beginning. So I mean how sparse the checkpoints are in this. You get super far and you think, oh, surely I hit one checkpoint already. Nope. It's infuriating. So it's back to this part again. And I'm telling you, if I were playing this as a little kid, I probably would not have gotten past this part. Because I did not have quick enough reaction times back then, and I still don't now, but I'm slightly better at it. Ugh, missing it again. This is why I'm glad I recorded the gameplay and commentary separately. I don't know why I stopped there. I don't remember what I was doing. I would have been making sure my hands weren't all sweaty and everything. And I actually fell in there again, but luckily I got out this time. And I'm panicking watching myself do it now, even though I know that I actually make it. If I didn't have the spin dash, I would have been taking a lot longer this part, because if you've ever seen me try to cross a busy street on foot, you know that I stand there for like 20 minutes waiting for a large enough spot in traffic. The peanut butter sandwiches kept flipping. But, no problem. Oh, yeah, you can't jump through them either. You have to either jump on them, through them while they're spinning, or jump around them. I really hate Scrap Brain Zone. It is terrible. Just wait till Act 3, though, and you'll know why I hate Act 3, the worst of the 3 acts of Scrap Brain Zone. Alright, finally. That was stupid. And then look at this. Robotnik's right here. And then he pushes a switch and sends us to Act 3. So here's Act 3. And you'll see why I don't like it. Because it's Labyrinth Zone again. It's like they got lazy. They were like, we don't really know what to make a Scrap Brain Act 3 look like. So we'll just make it be a 4th act of Labyrinth Zone instead. And I'm like, why? 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 And I just have just about had it with this game at this point. But I'm so close to the end, and I'm like, I want to beat the game and stuff. Wait for an air bubble. If one will ever come. There's one. Wait for the spike balls. And, like, wait for the air bubble. That was close, too. But unfortunately, there's no more rings in this area, and they have me pitted against these giant spike balls, so I am forced to wait. And then that thing jumps out and gets me. And luckily I hit a checkpoint, so I can start back here, but unfortunately there's no rings. So I can't even get any rings to save myself from these enemies, and it's stupid. So I have to dodge these things, and now I have to wait for a bubble. There we go. And then hope I don't get hit by those things again. And then it opens up, and we go this way, and I'm like, hey, maybe we're almost at the end of the zone. Unfortunately, no, we're not. And then this thing goes up and crushes me, and I lose my rings. And I'm like, bubble. Come on, bubble. And I'm like, no, that thing starts pushing me for some reason. And now I have to wait for another big bubble. I'm like, come on, come on, come on. And then I die. So it's back to the checkpoint again. And then I die instantly. So it's going to punish me for going fast. It's going to punish me for going slow. It's going to punish me no matter what I do. And I just want to get this game over with, since I'm so close to the end already, because there's only one more zone after this, the final zone, and I'm just like, I need to get through this. I'm sorry if I've been talking so badly about this game so much, but man. If you actually like this kind of thing in your Sonic games, you need to really start looking at the other games more. And for some reason the wind current pushes me there. I have no idea how that works, but whatever. This time I don't have that platform push me into the spikes. And I'm like, I'm not going to wait for a big bubble there this time, because and it's my first game over, but luckily I got a continue, because, I think I might have gotten 2 continues, I don't remember. The way you get continues is you get 50 rings within a special stage. Which is, once again, trying to get into the special stages in the first place, carrying 50... Oh, and yeah, you don't start at the checkpoint if you use a continue. You have to start the whole level over. I guess it's better than starting the whole game over, though. Not that it would matter, I don't really need continues, because the mobile version has a save system. It has save files. But if I were playing the original Sega Genesis version, you can't save your game in that. So you have to start over the entire game if you get a game over and have no continues in the original version of the game. And I'm getting really tired of hearing that drowning music. It always seems to take so long to give me a big bubble. Keep waiting for the Orbinaut to turn red, and he won't do it. And then the current pushes me again. I have no idea how that even works. I still don't. I hate Labyrinth Zone. I know this is technically Scrap Brain Zone, but it's Labyrinth Zone, let's be honest. This time I was able to get a bubble from there. I'm like, just let me get to the end of the level. I think this might be towards the end of the level now. But I'm not entirely sure. There's the other checkpoint in the level. I'm glad they give you more than one checkpoint in this level. Nope, not even close to the end of the level. I don't know why I waited for a bubble there. Oh, that was probably the closest shave yet. But yeah, trying to get up to this little platform here, it's kind of tricky to just time your jump just right. There we go. I think the zone is almost done now, but I keep saying that. Yeah, it's almost done. I can tell just by the way it looks. There we go. Final zone. What a... What a great final level name. And the thing about Final Zone, it's actually not hard. Like, you don't have to worry about having no rings. The problem is the RNG is really terrible. It's an underwhelming final boss. It's underwhelmingly easy final boss. But also the RNG is underwhelmingly bad. Overwhelmingly bad, I mean. Because sometimes you'll get good RNG, where he'll appear where you can actually hit him. But sometimes you won't. Like, more than half the time he'll actually appear where you can't hit him. And it's completely random. And for some reason, when I was playing this game, I kept getting the worst possible RNG in this part. And I was doing terrible at this stage. I just don't know why. And there's my second game over, and I think I had another continue. But see, I'm just getting the worst possible RNG. So you can watch me do terrible at this level for about 10 minutes, I think. And this is when health bars, visible health bars for the bosses would really come in handy. But unfortunately there aren't any. Because I could at least see, oh look, I'm almost done. That gives me more confidence, but nope. It's not hard to avoid these things. It's just that I'm so tired from playing the rest of the game that... And it's giving me the worst possible RNG for some reason, because maybe the game is punishing me for getting this far, I don't know. But I actually do get a complete game over here with no continues. And if I was playing the original, I would have to start over the entire game. Because there's no save files in the original. See what I mean? And then I messed it up right there. And then I think to myself, I'm going to get it this time. I'm going to... See, he never appears where I need him to. And it's completely random. Yeah, I really... Well, I don't hate Sonic 1, but I just think it's an okay game. Once again, I'm not saying much, and that's because there just isn't much to say about it. It's just Robotnik trying to crush you over and over and zap you. And not giving me any chance to hit him. Finally. And that was the game over right there. If I were playing the original, that would be it. But luckily, I can select my save file right there. And keep playing. I think this might be where I get it. I might lose another life, but I don't think I do. But yeah, it's just giving me the worst RNG possible. Sometimes I get it in probably like 30 seconds or something, probably a minute or so, because it goes really good RNG, but this time I just wanted to give me all the bad ones. And I don't know why. He was right next to me there, but you can't actually hit him when you're in that little tiny area, because you can't jump high enough. See, I just demonstrated it there. It's driving me nuts, really. One more. I think. Is this the last hit? I haven't even counted how many times I've hit him. I don't even know how many times you have to hit him in this level. Nope. Come on. There we go. Finish the game. And you don't have to do this here, but I always like to hit his thing when he's, like, floating away. Just because it shows that we actually beat him. And that's the end of the game. And all we get is Sonic running back to the start of Green Hill Zone and cheering for you. It's kind of a lame ending, but this is basically what games are like back then. Yeah, so an okay game, I guess. Not great. I love Green Hill Zone, but it never really picks back up after that. I can appreciate it for being the first game of the classic Sonic series, I guess, but that's about it. I'll be doing the other classic Sonic games at some point, so stay tuned for those. I do like this credits medley. It's pretty fun. I think this is the very end here. Oh yeah. If you got all the Chaos Emeralds, it shows him jumping up and down angrily. Robotnik jumping up and down angrily, but... Nah. It's stupid. I'm not even trying. I'm not even gonna try to get all of them. See you next time, guys. Or Sonic 2.